What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today we'll be going over the This Week at Bungie post for March 8th of 2018. Obviously, this one is going to be going over update 1.1.4 that's going to be dropping in March. They obviously have some stuff coming in, obviously like 6v6 gameplay and obviously some new ornaments from Sandbox Changes and stuff like that. We're just going to be going over a general overview of what I thought stood out to me. So I kind of want to read this right here. So it says, let's get down to brass tacks on how we're planning to change the crucible and the delivery of the goal stated above. Here's an overview of the changes we're bringing to 1.1.4. So that's the March update. Looks like we have respawn and revive were tuned in all game modes. Player respawn timers for all quick play modes have been reduced to 2 seconds. Player respawn timers for survival have been reduced to 7 seconds, and revive lockout time and countdowns were reduced to 7 seconds. Players no longer lose revive tokens on death. Hey, that's pretty good. So especially when it comes to countdown, that game mode right there, that's going to help out a lot as well. It's going to create a lot faster gameplay now that we can respawn a lot faster. Power ammo respawn timers were adjusted across the board. Power respawn timers in Iron Banner have been reduced 50%, so we're going to get that a lot more often. So we're going to be seeing a lot more rockets and a lot more colony. LMAO. Power ammo respawn timers for all quick play modes have been reduced to 30%, and then power ammo respawn timers in survival have been reduced 40%, and then power ammo respawn timers in countdown have been reduced to 25%. So we're going to be getting a lot more heavy ammo in all those games. Let's go over this one. So ammo counts have been adjusted in relation to these timers in relation to weapon type. In almost all cases, weapons either retain the same ammo count or received a buff. Swords and rockets were brought down to stay in line with the rest of the weapon offering. Thank the Lord, because I am so tired of people going around with 2 rockets and just taking me out like that. That is extremely annoying. Like, it's going to allow for people to use different power weapons, and that makes me extremely happy because I hate using rockets. I never use rockets in the Crucible. I always use like fusions or like shotguns or anything like that. Moving on, enemy players now drop their power ammo on death. Yes, not just in Mayhem, all activities. This brick is now networked to all players regardless of faction. Secure the power ammo to keep it from your foes or steal off your enemy's ghost, but be quick because these bricks don't stay in the world forever. All these changes coalesce to create an experience that relies less on clumping with your team and focuses more on rewarding quick reflexes, thinking, and movement. Thank the Lord, because that's what D1 was about. Let's read this, but what about competitive? During development 1.1.4, we realized that while we reduced the team shotting and quick play in Iron Banner effectively, we hadn't quite done the same to competitive. Knowing this, we looked for a change that reinforced the following goals: reduce team clumping more like team shooting, reward individual plays and incentive flags. With those goals in mind, we looked to take a big step in shifting the gameplay in competitive and trials. Starting in 1.1.4, we've opted to remove the tracker from all competitive and trials game mode, so you won't be able to see like anybody's subclass or anything like that. Like that's going to be helpful. Like, that's going to be extremely helpful. This means more communication is required to secure victories in competitive trials matches. It also means that a crispy flank with power is more powerful. Duh. Subverting expectations and reading opponents is more potent in matches with no tracker. In playtests, we've already seen some clutch underdog comebacks, and we can't wait to see what you all will do in competitive trials starting 1.1.4. That said, we're always listening and reacting to feedback, so please tell us what you think about this change for all your 1.1.4 changes once they go live. So this makes me extremely happy. Like, they're rewarding more individual plays like in Destiny 1. Like, you could go on a 7th column by yourself in the game and you had to get all 7 kills. Like, there's no efficiency or anything like that. They're kind of trying to bring that feel back, which I like a lot. Next, let's go over some of the Sandbox stuff coming in 1.1.4. Like, obviously, this is the Go Fast update, so we're going to be talking about some of the things that are changing to our mobility stat and whatnot, and maybe some weapon stuff, so let's get into it. So, all 3 glides plus catapult straight lift have been retuned and buffed to make them faster, more unique. The mobility stat range has been expanded and completely retuned as well. In short, everybody gets faster, and the high end is higher, so we're going to be able to move faster as well. Plus, the player's ground speed cap has been increased, allowing for faster total movement, regardless of how you may get there. So, essentially, we're all getting a lot faster. Arcstrider, Sentinel, and Striker all move faster and at the same speed as one another while in their supers. Arcstrider as a whole is performing well in PvP, but mostly due to its neutral game perks. We've made the following changes in an effort to get the super to be a more competitive option: faster attack animations, faster dodge animations, increased range of all attacks. Like, this is good. Like, I use Arcstrider now, and obviously it feels super weak compared to like the Hammer Titan and stuff like that, right? Like, it doesn't feel fast. It kind of feels a little slow. Like, yeah, you can outplay some people sometimes, but if you get a whole team that team shots you, you're going down extremely fast. The previous shoulder charge changes have been reverted, allowing shoulder charge to be used as a movement mode once again. 6, so we can actually like go forward a little bit more and actually get around corners, kind of like Twilight Garrison a little bit for Titans and whatnot. But obviously, if we get that exotic in the future, that's cool. So these things in bold are new. So Dawnblade has been improved. Thank the Lord, Dawnblade. I'd never seen anybody play Dawnblade. So reduce costs for throwing swords, allowing for 1 additional throw. Increase super duration, extension gain from everlasting fire. Removed all in-air accuracy penalties while swift strike is active. Reduce the Icarus dash cooldown. Increase the grenade and melee energy heat rises gives you per kill. Thank the Lord, because like that's crazy. Like, you can only throw like 4 or 5 swords before you're done, and a hammer guy can throw like 8 hammers. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, increase super duration, like, thank the Lord. Removed all in-air accuracy penalties, good, because what's really stupid is that if you use the Attunement of Sky on Dawnblade and you're like floating in the air, your guns aren't accurate in midair unless it's a submachine gun or a sidearm or like the new faster firing hand cannons, like the ones that are actually accurate in midair. Like, any other gun is not accurate in midair. The only way you can do that is if you put on, like the Winged Sun exotic chest piece, which actually makes your weapons accurate in midair. Icarus dash cooldown, like, thank the Lord, because having that dodge ability is extremely great. Obviously, it's pretty good if we get our abilities back from the Heat Rising perk as well. Invisibility on dodge and smoke updates. Invisibility on dodge no longer breaks aim assist or projectile tracking in PvP, unchanged in PvE. No longer breaks aim assist. Okay, dodging still breaks both aim assist and projectile tracking, but only for the duration of the actual dodge. Oh, so when you dodge, like, they still come after you? And you still get like aim assist, like, okay. Increase the duration of invisibility on dodge by 1 second. Increase the duration of the smoke bomb invisibility by 1 second. Ow, come on, they didn't need to do that. Like, Night Stalker's already overpowered enough. They don't need to do that. Supers recharge faster for everyone, thank the Lord. Supers now recharge 1 minute and 40 seconds faster, a cooldown reduction of 25%. So this means you might be able to get your super 2 times in a round instead of 1 time in a round, so thank the Lord. Mods that reduce grenade, melee, and class ability cooldowns have been buffed to allow up to 2 times faster cooldowns. This is not replacing mods 2.0, which was recently delayed. More information is available below. So we're going to be getting our abilities a lot faster, just like in Destiny 1. I literally played Destiny 1 the other day, and I had so many grenades, like, the entire time. It was ridiculous. So I'm glad we're getting our abilities a lot faster. Looks like they've buffed a lot of weapon types, and it says a key goal here is to make shotguns, snipers, and fusions more prevalent in the game. Thank the Lord, because the only thing people like to use is rockets, and that's about it, in my opinion. Every time I get killed by a power weapon, it's always a rocket. So this is going to these. So pulse rifles increase PvE damage for all pulse rifles, increase rate of fire for adaptive and high impact pulses. That's kind of fun. Increase base damage for adaptive, high impact, and rapid fire pulses. So this is an increase in base damage. Increase precision multiplier for lightweight pulses. Decrease precision multiplier for adaptive pulses. Okay, this keeps precision damage close to where it is now, putting most of the buff into body shots. Thank the Lord, though it is still an increase in precision damage overall. Like, obviously some pulses are good. They're not in the strongest spot compared to auto rifles and stuff like that. Like, I don't think an auto rifle should outrange a pulse rifle in any combat scenario at all. Them buffing pulse rifles is going to make them a lot more prevalent in the Crucible and even like PvE activities as well. So that makes me kind of happy. Scout rifles increase PvE damage for all scouts. Come on. Oh, PvE. Okay, never mind. Increased base damage for high impact scouts. Okay, so basically, any scout rifle you bring into PvE, increased damage, increased base damage for high impact scout rifles. So any of the really slow firing scout rifles, they have an increased damage. I thought they were about to increase like all damage for scouts. I'm like, might have already drops people pretty quick. So looks like hand cannon, increased PvE damage for all hand cannons. Boom. Increased precision multiplier for precision hand cannons. Okay, increased hip fire accuracy on consoles. Bless the Lord. Increased ATS accuracy on consoles. Good. I need to be able to smack more shots with hand cannons. Like, I want to use the better devils in the Crucible, but if I get outgunned by a Uriel's Gift because I can't get them because of my accuracy and my ADS accuracy, then it's gonna suck a little, you know what I mean? Looks like sidearms increase PvA damage for all sidearms, increase hipfire accuracy, okay, increase ADS accuracy, all right, increase inventory size, allowing more reserve ammo to be stored, doesn't bother me, increased minimum range, so they increase the range on sidearms. So Last Hope is going to be able to snipe people now? Whatever. Added an ATS Movement Bonus. Okay, don't know what that is, but they are increasing sidearms. Like, I don't really see why they did that, considering Last Hope still drops people, but still, that's okay. That's okay with me. That there's obviously a lot of other sidearms people would like to use, like Rat King a lot more often than some other things. Looks like SMG increased PvE damage for all SMG, set optics to 1.5 3 times, so it looks like you're going to get a zoom factor of a little bit farther. Increased inventory size, allowing for more reserve ammo to be stored. Okay, I've actually run out of SMG ammo in one of my games, just because of how much I used it, but still, these are some okay. I really don't see why they had to increase the optic size, but it is what it is. Linear fusion rifle, increased PvE damage for all linear fusions. This is good considering that new like custom prestige update they're going to be having with like the modifiers and stuff like that. That's going to be good because the first thing is linear fusions. Increased precision multiplier, okay. Increased aim assist, good. We definitely need that because I'm tired of not being able to hit people in the face with this thing and like PvP. Reduced flinch multiplier, good. I don't need a lot of flinch when it comes to this thing. Like, I don't know a lot of people that use this in the Crucible, and I've only got killed with this like a few times. So being able to use these in the Crucible is going to be very, very good. Shotgun, increased PvE damage for all shotguns, increased inventory size, allowing for more reserve ammo. Okay. Increased aim assist for Suros precision shotguns, good. Like, if you don't know what this means, basically the Suro shotguns are slug shotguns instead of the buckshot. So if you get a headshot, they're like automatically dead with one shot, and you can actually smack them at a very, very, very far range, which is good as well. So getting that increased aim assist, fine with me. Sniper rifle, increased PvE damage for all snipers. That's good. Like, it's going to make it a little more prevalent. Increased precision multiplier. Okay. Increased aim assist. Good. Good, good, good. Because I want to use snipers. I do. There's a lot of snipers in the game that I like to use alone as a god, which is the Ray Sniper. I like using the Maxim 11, the Monarchy Sniper, and having that increased aim assist is going to help a lot. Increased inventory size, so more reserve ammo. It's going to be good for PvE activities mostly, I think. Grenade launcher, increased blast radius. That's it? Okay, fine with me. Assault rifles, decreased range and aim assist stats for precision autos, Uriel's gift, base damage is not changed. Okay, base damage, fine with me. I think the base damage is okay on this thing. The thing that bothers me is that an assault rifle can outplay a scout rifle at a range, depending on which one it is. That bothers me, and them decreasing the range and the aim assist at that range makes me very, very happy. It's also going to allow some other like guns to come up, like other auto rifles, other archetypes of like guns, like thank the Lord. A few weapon perks are also getting some updates. High impact reserves, increased PvE damage. Yo, this is going to be really good for the number and the raid, because I know Dado used the number and he did like the math on it, and it does more damage than like Uriel's gift or something like that. I don't know, just because it comes with that high impact reserves perk. But moving on, kill clip, increased PvE damage. Okay. Rampage, increased PvE damage, increased duration. Increased duration is the main thing for me, because Rampage does not stay on long enough for you to do anything, especially in PvP situations. Dragonfly, increased damage, increased radius, stronger visual effect. Okay, visual effects I really don't care about, but having that increased damage and the increased blast radius, the AoE damage, really, really great. They definitely need to make this more like Destiny 1, where you got a headshot, it killed like 6 enemies around that one enemy. Like, that's how it needs to be. Graverobber reloads half the magazine instead of basically a third of it. That's really good. Like, I know there's the new Monarchy SMG that has Graverobber, and I use that fairly often, and basically, like, I get a melee kill, I want to be able to, like, get half the mag back and shoot people. Like, that's fine with me. It makes Graverobber a little more viable. Time payload, which there's only one gun that has it, and it's that future war cult hand cannon. Splits damage, 55 explosive, 45 direct, instead of the previous split where it was more direct damage. So it kind of makes it a little more like explosive rounds. Speaking of that, explosive rounds decrease PvE explosion round damage. Come on. It's not that powerful. This decrease has been compensated for an increase in PvE damage for the base weapons. Okay. Your weapons with explosive rounds will not do less damage in 1.1.4. So basically they're just decreasing the explosive rounds themselves, but the base damage is the same. So it kind of evens out there a little bit. The mods rework, basically this just says right here that they're going to be taking a little more time on the mods rework, but still the mods are going to affect everything that I've mentioned above, like ability cooldown, so we're going to be able to get those things a lot faster as well. Invisibility. So they talk about Night Stalkers, their invisibility stuff. So currently, when you go to initiate the dodge or throw a smoke, dodge temporarily kills aim assist projectile tracking, allowing you to actually dodge things. Smoke just immediately jumps to and then initiate invisibility. So for the duration of invisibility, aim assist projectile tracking remain disabled. And then when you finish the dodge or the invisibility expires, aim assist and tracking are re-enabled. And 1.1.4 PvP only. When you initiate the dodge or throw smoke, dodging temporarily kills aim assist just like it would in the last one. Smoke just immediately jumps to blah blah blah. Initiate invisibility, and then when the dodge finishes, aim assist tracking re-enabled. Invisibility expires. Nothing changes for PvE except that they also get the 1 second duration increase to invisibility. So it looks like in the new update, when you finish the dodge, like the aim assist and tracking come back, instead of like what it is now, where when you initiate the visibility, it like remains disabled until like you come back from your invisibility. You know, so in this one, it looks like they're focusing more on the dodge instead of the invisibility. So when you dodge, aim assist and tracking get disabled, and then when you finish the dodge, it gets re-enabled. That's how it seems to work. Snipers, let's just read this. So in the last update, I mentioned how a nasty bug has crept into our scopes and made it near impossible for us to correctly tune sniper flinch. We have good news. The fix has been implemented for those changes that will go live in the 1.2.0 update planned for May. Sweet, sweet sniper action is on the way. Thank the Lord. So that's basically everything that I thought was important in This Week at Bungie, and basically like my thoughts on all this stuff. Like, I'm glad they're bringing in a lot of stuff like more ability cooldowns, like faster playability, you know what I'm saying? Like everything in this, in my opinion, is great. And I'm happy they're doing this. I hope some people come back for the 6v6 stuff, for the faster ability cooldowns, for the faster gameplay. Like, that's going to be extremely fun in my opinion. Alright guys, want to know how to support me? All that stuff is below. You can do all the likes and the subscribes and stuff like that. If you do that, awesome, and I appreciate you. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.